It's all so much more petty than I ever imagined. So I am taking a break, but I wanted to explain to you guys a little bit of what I figured out is going on. Because I figured out a little bit. Beginning. I post on a forum titled Recolor. It was created in, I think, 2009, and a lot of us migrated there from Gaia Online, which I had been a member of since 2003. So I have been with Recolor since the site started. It's a pretty good group, but there are a couple there that are absolutely insane. One of those was a female named Blissy. Blissy was always having problems on Recolor. There were a lot of people that had issues with her. I wasn't really her friend. I guess we talked, she popped into my thread, but I wasn't going to her threads very often. She bragged about being in love with somebody who was in prison for murder, and she fully stood behind them and sent them letters and stuff in prison. It's not the kind of thing I would want to associate with, So time goes on, and me and Blissy had a couple of run-ins because she gets crazy over crazy things. I think one of the fights we had was she posted that she was at a dinner with friends, and one of her friends had a panic attack, and she became overly judgmental of her friend and was like, well, it wasn't real. She just was pretending because she didn't want to pay the bill or something. And I said to her, it's pretty fucked up that you claim to have mental health issues yourself, but then when you witness one of your friends having an attack, your first thought is, well, they're making it up. Hypocritical. And so we weren't on the best terms. There was another time while I was homeless, she offered to buy me food, but then only offered to buy French fries or veggie sticks. And I was wanting some meat. So at the time I was trying not to eat anything fried because my gluten problem, I wasn't sure if it was gluten or if it was oil. And I wasn't trying to eat French fries because they're fried. So I was like, can't you just get me some chicken? Some meat, some protein? And if you can't, then I would rather just not have anything because a little thing of veggie sticks isn't going to fill me up. I can't eat the fries. And what's the point of spending $4 on the veggie sticks if it's not going to fill me up? Ice cream truck. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Anyways, so over the years, we had our run-ins. And I did know that she had some pretty bad problems and would obsess and kind of freak out. So I left her alone. But it was a situation where I would make a thread and she would say something and then make 5 threads about the thread that I just made. And people would be telling her, stop. You don't need to even be making a new thread about it. You have a thread, just go back to that one. You don't even need to be doing this. It's not that big of a deal. Just let it go. And that would just enrage her more. And she became set on exposing me and freaking out, and she became obsessed with bringing me down. And then this year, she finally took action. She went to larger platforms because Recolor banned her. Recolor perma-banned her for cyberbullying and doxing me after months of warnings and being told that it needs to stop, that it's not okay to do this kind of stuff on the site. Months. They gave her so many opportunities, and it just kept escalating and getting worse. So finally, Recolor itself banned her. And that made her more angry at me. Right? She's the one that has done the rule breaking that has caused the platform to take action. But I'm the one that is supposedly at fault. This is how they think. So one social media outlet has already taken action against this woman for cyberbullying me. That's a point in my direction. Because the more evidence I have that people have acknowledged this is happening and have taken actions to try to protect me, the more I might be able to legally do something about this. Anyways, so she ventured off of Recolor when she got banned and came to YouTube and started finding YouTubers to spread lies to. And it all blew up because she was in the background going to these different channels spreading lies. That's where they're getting a whole lot of what they're saying. I thought it was mostly coming from my family, but most of it is coming from Blissy, and some of it is coming from my family. You know, my aunt will now say she knows nothing about the trial, but back then she was very fine going on an interview talking about a $50,000 lawyer that didn't exist and a raid that didn't exist and all this other stuff. So, you know, it's not all Blissy. It's not all my family. It is all petty. And it has been going on for a year now. I mean, with Blissy, it's been going on for years. But on Recolor, I was used to that, and I could just kind of like ignore it. Like, I didn't go into her threads. I just didn't read it. Same as now, I'm not listening to those videos that she makes about me. I have no idea what she's saying. I don't listen to her. She talks so slow. And it takes forever just to get a sentence out. I'm not going to sit there for 5 minutes and listen to somebody very slowly drone on about how I'm a horrible person. No, thank you. So they jumped over to YouTube. And again, a social media platform had to take action to stop the cyberbullying of me. They took down Virgie's channel. And, again, that was blamed on me. They're constantly in my comments saying, well, it's your fault this guy's channel was down. It's your fault. He wasn't even here that long. It's your fault. No. No. YouTube reviewed the videos and decided that that was against their terms. But I'm the one being blamed. The one that was being bullied, the one that was being harassed, is the one being blamed for the actions taken against them. And that's 2 websites that have taken action against Blissy for harassing and cyberbullying and doxing me. So I'm going to be taking some time off, but I am keeping all of this, documented. I'm keeping the Daywave shovel as proof of unwanted gifts. I'm keeping the things that they left in my mailbox as proof of the harassment in real life, I've already contacted the police once and had to file a report. That's in the file. It adds up. It adds up and it adds up, and one thing or 2 little things here and there, they're not a crime. But if they add up and they get a thick stack, it becomes cyber stalking, which is a crime. And it does seem like it's going to keep escalating because she sent me an email the other day threatening that she's going to larger channels about me. And I can only hope that a larger channel would do some fact checking. Because Daywave and JJ Stoner and Adonis Paul did 0 fact checking before starting to spout these lies about me. Zero fact checking. They claimed that they knew everything about me before they started, but then they didn't even know how to find the articles about the murder. They were like, though this was probably a lie because we can't find anything about it. If you did so much research, you would have been able to find those articles. You did no research. Your research was a long-winded email from a bitch in Australia with a vengeance against me for extremely petty reasons. The majority of what was said was not true, and everybody just ran with it. It's frustrating, and all I can do is continue to proclaim my innocence in all of this. I am not the person I'm being painted to be. The cyber stalking, the cyber harassment, it is petty and vindictive, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. I'm taking a break. They're not going to. So, I'm not expecting it to stop just because I'm going away. I'm just needing a break from being told every single day of my life that I'm a horrible person that everybody hates and would like to die. Because it wears a person down. It wears a person down to be repeatedly told that they are nothing, that they are worthless, that they are garbage, that they are unlovable, that they should be dead, and that everybody wants them dead, including their own family. It wears a person down. It wears down a soul. And it's not true.